Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is handmadeinvermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardson Forge Exos Mini Pendant. This is going to be the small one. This is the 187650. There is a larger version of this. That is the 187660. Check them both out. Watch the video on the other one as well. Let's get into some details on this. So let's talk about the size of the body of the fixture, and that's really going to be the bottom glass part with the metal bars on the side that's holding the glass, and where the rods begin. Okay, so it's up to the point where the rods begin. 7.8 inches tall. It's going to be 6 inches in diameter, so it's not overly large. Overall height, which is really the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the ceiling itself, once you start using all these, is going to be giving you a range of 10 inches at the smallest, shortest, from the ceiling down to the bottom of the fixture. That's called overall height, to 55 inches. If you need this to be longer than 55 inches, best thing to do is drop a quick email to us. Say you're looking for 187650 and you need it to be X long from the bottom of the fixture to the ceiling. Could be 86, 96, 114, doesn't matter. Send me that email. I'm going to take it. I'm going to send it to Hubbardson Forge Customs Department, where we'll find out what lead time and upcharge is, which isn't very much, and get it back to you. Okay, so it's easy. We do customs every day, very simple. Okay, so a couple things on this. So I love the range on this. Hubbardton's using all of these new pieces, and these are pieces that are interlocking rods. Okay, they have the threading on the inside. This bottom piece is actually, I'll have to get it off. I'll get it off on one of these guys. It's a connector. So here it goes. So a little connector has threading on both sides. You can kind of see it right about now. So this little piece has threading on both sides, threading on the inside of these rods. You're going to get two 12-inch rods, one 6-inch rod, and one 3-inch rod. I have the 3-inch rod actually attached to the canopy already, because we're going to be talking about canopies in just a second. So the cool thing about this is you can use these in different combinations to get you where you want to go. If you want to go, like I said, beyond 55 inches, you're going to need more wire, so we'll have to send that through customs. But other than that, you can use these to get them to be 35 inches over your counter, or whatever it's going to be. But you can also use this to turn it into a semi-flush. There actually is a semi-flush version of this. That's the 123775. That one comes down 8.55 inches. But let's say I wanted to have this and have it come down a foot, because that's kind of standard. If you're going to use this as a semi-flush in a room that has 8-foot ceilings, and I want to bring it down to 7, which is code in most places above the floor, 7 feet above the floor, then I could do that without a problem, more or less, using these rods. So it gives you so much flexibility. And the other thing is, like I talk about with the other pendants, that over kitchen islands, I generally like to have my pendants anywhere from 30 to 36 inches above the island. That's bottom of the fixture to the island itself, right? But if I have a light over the sink, which generally is like behind me with a window, that kind of thing, I generally like that to be higher. I don't want to be looking straight into it, so I want that above my eye level. And it's going to give me the opportunity to do that with these pieces. The other thing about this is, I want to show you something kind of cool, slope ceiling adaptable already. So built in here is a knuckle. So it's already set up for slope ceiling. You don't have to do any customization to it, so we have you covered all over the place. Okay? The bottom of this glass is going to have a diffuser in it. It's going to be a frosted diffuser. It's kind of like a donut shape, basically, a disc with a hole in the middle, because it's going to need to suck air into it. Everything cools by convection in lighting, so you always want to have air coming in from the bottom and expelling from the top. And that's because you have the opportunity to use a 100-watt incandescent bulb, and that needs to be cooled. Most of you are going to use LEDs, which we'll talk about in a second. But anyway, so that's why the diffuser is down there, so you're not going to be able to really see up into this. The glass on the bottom is Hubbardson Forge's opal glass, which I'm going to talk about a little later in this video. And the top of it's actually open, so you're going to be able to get light coming up, hitting your ceiling, kind of bouncing around the room. This is a great pendant for general lighting for kitchens. It doesn't matter where you use it. You can use it in bathrooms, you can use it in laundry rooms, but you can get a good sized bulb into this and you can really pump out quite a bit of light. An A19 bulb is a size that we all grew up with. There are LED versions of this that come in at like 150 watt equivalent. So like I said, if you want the light coming out, you can do it. It's a dimmable fixture. Make sure when you're looking at your bulbs, your LEDs, you're going to look at the dimmable versions, and you want to tell your installer that you're going to be using a dimmable LED, so they put the right dimmer on the wall. Couple things about this. This is a 5-inch round canopy. Okay, it's going to go over your standard junction box. And to show you a little bit more about this in the inside there too, I want to show you the installations instructions. If you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen a little ways down. You're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF, so open that up for me. It's going to show you a lot of great information. It's going to show you how these things go together. It's going to show you how the bulb is sitting inside of this piece of glass. It's going to show you a full parts list. Take advantage of it because it's there. Just there's some good line drawings to show you things that you're not going to be able to see in a video or in a photograph. Okay. Going back to the bulbs for a quick sec, you can choose the color of the light in the bulbs. I talk about in every video. You can go as blue is like a hospital waiting room if you want to, and that's actually called daylight. A lot of people think daylight is a warm light. It's not. That's 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin on the Kelvin scale. That's that bluish light outside. That's what that is. If you like the nice warm glow of an incandescent bulb, this is 3,000 Kelvin. This is the way to go. And this is considered warm white. So it's really up to you what you guys do. But just remember, 3,000 Kelvin is going to be this nice warmth, and then 4,000, 5,000 is going to be that blue or daylight. So I want to touch on Hubbardton Forge's glass for just a second. Hubbardton Forge's opal glass is not just another piece of white glass. This is actually hand-blown glass. All of their glass is hand-blown. And to begin with, it's actually a clear piece of glass to start with. And then they come in, they blow a second layer on the inside of white glass. Then they come back and they do a third step where they sandblast the entire outside. So you'll notice when you get these in your hands, they actually have layers of glass on them on the end. You can see them on these two pieces, and it gives it this really soft, semi-transparent, kind of milky quality. It's a soft glowing piece. Really, really pretty. You know, they're really obsessed about details at Hubbardton Forge, and a lot of people don't. I don't think they appreciate it out in the world, but you appreciate it because that's why you guys are here watching this video. There you go. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you're on our website, handmadeinvermont.com, do me a favor, look over on the left-hand side of the screen. You're going to see a lot of red tabs over there. One is going to be the Finishes Help Guide. When you're done with this video, go over there and open that up for me, and you're going to see a video at the top of that page of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a color chart just below the video, so scroll down a little bit, you'll see that chart. You'll notice there are pictures that have the letter A on them, pictures that have the letter B on them, and I'm going to be talking about that range you can see in variants on there in that video. So it's really important to watch the video, use that chart. When you're done with all that, come back down to that chart. You can click on any of those pictures and see a lot more samples of Hubbardton Forge fixtures in that finish. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in dark smoke, click on dark smoke. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in vintage platinum, do the same, and so on and so on and so on. That's a great way for you to see a lot of Hubbardton Forge stuff in different finishes and really take advantage of that, okay? So our showroom in Vermont has over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's On display page on our website. It's going to be back in the red tabs over there. A lot of good things in that section. Check out. So when you open that up, you'll see it's all divided up into different sections like dining pendants and outdoor lighting. We're always adding to that. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. They don't even have a showroom like this. Nobody does. And they use this as their showroom when you guys come to Vermont to visit us. So lots and lots to see here. You can see all the different glass, all the different finishes, all the different fabrics, all of those things. In addition to that, we have a clearance center. So the clearance center stuff are returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. That's an amazing deal for you. If you guys want to take advantage of that, you have to come here to Vermont to see us. And when you do me a favor, measure all the kind of things about your project and what you guys are doing. So the most important thing is measure your ceiling heights to begin with. Measure distances between junction boxes and like windows and ceilings and those kind of things. So if you're looking at sconces on the wall, you can see if they're going to fit for you. If you're doing pendants over a kitchen island, measure the distances between those junction boxes. Widths of tables, kitchen tables, dining tables, lengths of tables, islands, all that good stuff. And also do a couple more things. If you guys have some tablets or iPads laying around, take pictures of all these things. Take pictures of the kitchen, take pictures of the projects you're doing. Bring that in so we can kind of go through those pictures together and we'll be able to see what you guys are up to, okay? And also the boxes and clearance stuff, for clearance stuff, are basically packed for shipping. Don't forget, these were supposedly shipped out. So the boxes tend to be on the bigger side, so bring a decent size SUV if you want to take stuff home. It's a really good opportunity for you. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from handmadeinvermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. We're the only dealer that offers 90-day returns and no restocking fees. That's 3 months after you receive something to send it back, and there's no restocking fee on that. Some larger items and custom things, and it's usually going to be big things on pallets, are going to be non-returnable. It'll always tell you on the page for an item if that is the case, so always keep an eye out for that. And we also offer a rush program. So to get all these different metal finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. They generally take about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it's really, really inexpensive. If you want to know more about that, just drop me a quick email and I can clue you in on details, okay? So our showroom in Vermont is open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to drop a quick email, you can do that all the time. And that's going to be at sales@handmadeinvermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. Or you can call me during business hours, 802-446-2400. So thank you for stopping in today, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.